Hi and welcome to this week's practice. Today I'm going to lead you through a slow, gentle morning practice, potentially for your weekends, when you want to wake up slowly, get your body moving, stretch it out a little bit, but nothing too intense. So we'll start slow and then end with a gentle flow. Let's get started. For this week's practice, some kind of a belt or yoga strap would be really helpful. You could also use a towel or some kind of a scarf. We'll just use it in the beginning to get our hips and legs moving. So when you're ready to start, when you've found your belt, your strap, just come lie down on the back and have the strap somewhere next to you when you come lying down, so that it's easy to reach for it when we use it. And first, take a moment in your resting pose. It could be Shavasana pose, or maybe to keep it a bit more gentle for the lower back, you could have your knees bent and then lean the knees, lean the thighs against each other. And just give yourself a few slightly deeper breaths here. You could sigh out through the mouth. Just giving yourself a permission to start slow. Let your shoulders sink down. Let your belly soften as well. And take one more deep breath in and out. Sigh out through the mouth. And then we're going to start to move with our knees bent. So if you've had your legs extended, just bend the knees. Have a bit of space between the feet, and you could open the arms a bit wider out as well. And we'll start with windshield wipers, bringing movement to hips, movement to lower back. So you can let your whole pelvis rock from side to side. You could turn your head from side to side as well. So we're looking for a twisting. Let's do one more round to each side. And then leave your knees to the left side of the mat. Keep your legs quite wide apart. So we're almost in a reclining deer. And then bring arms overhead along the floor and take a hold of your right wrist with your left hand. As you inhale, exhale, gently pull your shoulders, your upper back, arms to the left side of the mat. So you add a little side bend. So it's a deer banana or a banana deer pose. Just opening through the right side body. Maybe getting to that hip flexor line on the right side. Take another breath in and out. And then slowly bring your legs, your upper back to center. You can keep arms overhead because we're going to go straight to the other side. So now knees come to the right side of the mat and hold on to your left wrist with the right hand. And as you inhale, exhale, just gently slide, even gently pull your arms, shoulders, upper back towards the right side of the mat. So now the opening is on the left side of the body. And you might feel it anywhere between your armpits or even in your arms, down to your side, down to your hips, your thigh. And send a couple of breaths to those areas where you feel the opening most. Try to keep tops of the shoulders soft. And then after those couple of breaths, slowly again come back to center. Bring knees up, release the arms down. You could rock a bit from side to side. And this is where we reach for the belt or towel or strap, whatever you have there. And we're going to first bring that strap around the right foot. So you can bring the right knee closer to belly and then hold on to the strap with your right hand as you lift your right leg up. To keep this a bit more gentle, I'm going to keep my left knee bent, but you could also extend your left leg. That's up to you. With a little bend in that right knee, start to circle the right leg open out to the side. And try to keep your shoulders as soft as possible, although you are holding on to the belt. Just giving movement to the right hip. Start to gently open the back of the right leg. And then from an easy place, change the direction. And remember, your right knee can be really bent. So you decide the angle in that right leg and just trying to move from that right hip, trying to keep the left side quite stable. One more circle. And then we're going to change the belt to the left hand and continue bringing the right leg to the left side of the mat into a twist. You can bring your left knee onto the floor and just continue bringing that right leg, maybe not all the way down to the floor, just to a point where you feel there's a gentle twist in the spine. You can open right arm to the opposite side. And maybe a bit of an opening on the outside of that right hip and right leg as well. So it doesn't have to be a full twist. Just keeping the chest open, allowing right shoulder to sink down towards the mat. Take another breath in and out. The belt, the strap is supporting that right leg. And with the next breath, slowly bring that right leg up. Bring the left knee up as well. Now hold the belt with your both hands and slide your both feet up into that belt. And then a few breaths here, just maybe very, very gently bringing the legs, the knees a bit closer to the belly, closer to the chest. But again, keeping it gentle and stay in a place where there's a bit of an opening on the back side of the body, but nothing too intense. Try to breathe all the way down to the lower back, to the backs of the legs. Take another breath in and out. Again, shoulders stay soft. And then we'll slowly release the right foot down. We'll leave the left foot in the belt. Again, the right knee could stay bent, or you could extend the right leg. Bring both ends of your belt onto the left hand. And then with the left knee a little bit bent, we start to circle that left leg. And again, keeping the shoulders soft so you can play with where you hold the belt. Where do you feel you can keep the shoulders, the arm as soft as possible? Trying to keep the right side stable. So there's a bit of core activation going on. And then change the direction of those circles. So now we're circling inwards. And keep breathing. It's a movement that requires a bit of focus, so sometimes it's easy to stop breathing here. We're so focused on the movement. But make sure you are still breathing in and out. Let's do another 1 or 2 circles. And then we'll bring the left leg to center and we'll change our right hand to hold the belt and slowly start to bring your right knee, right thigh onto the mat, and then continue bringing the left leg towards the right side of the mat. Maybe not down to the floor. Again, the belt keeps supporting the leg. And you could open the left arm to the opposite side, keeping the chest open. And here as well, keep breathing. If there's any pain, then you're probably going too far. So just go to a point, go to an edge that feels manageable for you this morning. Let's take another breath in and out. And then slowly with the next breath, bring that left leg up. Bring the right knee up. Again, hold the belt with both hands and slide both feet once more into the belt. And just let the legs rest there. You can bend the knees quite deeply. And send a few breaths towards the back side of the body. Might be nice to move the feet here a bit, move the ankles, pointing, flexing the feet, letting the toes wake up as well. Another breath in and out. And then slowly bend the knees. You can now put the belt aside and bring both feet onto the mat, onto the floor. Leave the knees bent, arms next to the sides. We'll do a few bridge movements. Inhale, press the feet onto the mat. And as you exhale, lift your pelvis, your back off the mat. A gentle bridge. Feel the upper back engaging as well. And exhale, release back down. Inhale, you can adjust the feet if needed. And next exhalation, again, press the feet down, lift the pelvis, lift the back off the mat. Gently press the backs of the shoulders down. And exhale, release down. We'll do one more round. This time we'll stay there a bit longer. So once more, as you exhale, press the feet down, lift the back up. And now we stay here a few breaths. If you want, you could walk shoulder blades a bit closer together. You could even interlock fingers under the pelvis. Don't put too much pressure on the neck. Keep the shoulders gently pressing down. Keep inner thighs active. The feet pressing down. Let's take another breath or two in and out. Again, checking that it's still easy to breathe. And then slowly release down. Bring the back, bring the pelvis down. And from your back, roll onto one side and bring yourself all the way up onto hands and knees. So bring yourself onto all fours. Let your hands open. You decide if you keep your feet relaxed or if you tuck the toes under. We'll do a few rounds of cat-cows. So hands supporting you, knees supporting you. Exhale, round your spine into a cat pose. Around your neck as well. And as you inhale, open your chest. Just a subtle back bend. You can turn the tailbone up. Exhale, you can round your spine. You can tuck the tail under. And then inhale, open through the front. Now continue this movement, but follow your own breath. So maybe you need a different breath pattern. Continue a few rounds, moving between the cat and the cow, allowing your pelvis to move, allowing your spine to move, head to move. Round the spine, gently press the hands down. And then open through the chest, release the tops of the shoulders away from the ears. Let's do one more round or finish the round that you're doing right now. And then bring your spine back to center, what feels like center to you now. And from here, we're going to bring the right leg out to the side. We're going to go into thread the needle pose. Leave your right hand down on the mat. And as you inhale, now twist out to the left. Reach the left arm up. And as you exhale, slide your left arm under the right arm. And then lean the left shoulder, lean your head down to the mat. And you can leave the right hand close to the shoulders. You could also wrap the right arm behind the back, behind the pelvis. That might give you more space to twist. If you feel that the pose is uncomfortable in the right hip, you can always bring the right knee back down to the mat. Allow your rib cage to turn, allow your chest to turn. Take another breath in and out, just testing that twist here. And then slowly bring your right hand back down and lift yourself back onto two hands. Now bring your right knee back on the mat and then step your left foot forward close to the hands. We're going to come into a square low lunge. So now turn your right foot kind of more behind you. And then as you inhale, reach yourself up into a squared low warrior two. And here we start to move the spine, the upper body more. First, make sure your left foot is in a place that feels stable. Now, as you inhale and exhale, bring your right arm up, lean the left elbow onto your left knee, and then open your right side, like a extended side angle pose. With the next inhale, exhale, lift yourself up, bring your right hand on the right thigh, and then open the left side a bit. Same again. With the next breath, coming up to center, leading to the left thigh, the right arm reaching over. And with the next breath, coming up, the right hand down, the left arm reaching up, opening through the left side. We'll do this once more. We're coming up and breathing, leaning on to the left thigh, playing with the side bends. And then once more, lift yourself up, and this time lean the right hand all the way down on the mat. And now close the left hip. We're in a gate pose. Right hand about under your right shoulder. From here, start to circle your left shoulder. So now bring your left arm down, and then inhale, open your chest and circle the left arm up. Exhale, circle the arm down. You can follow the arm with your gaze. Inhaling up and over. Couple more times. Let your whole upper back twist and move as you circle the arm. Exhalation, bringing the arm down. Inhalation, reaching up. We'll do one more round. Exhaling down. And you can look down and then inhale up. And with the next exhalation, bring your left hand all the way down to the mat. Now turn towards the other end of the mat. And we're going to step into a downward facing dog. So step your both feet back, lift your pelvis up, and find yourself in a downward dog. I'm suggesting we move here, walking from one foot to the other, opening through the backs of the legs. You can shake your head. Take a couple of breaths in and out, just feeling a bit more activation through the upper body and that opening through the backs of the legs. Knees could be bent. Another breath in and out. And from this downward dog, slowly bring your knees back down onto the mat. And we're going to go into that thread the needle on the other side. So now extend your left leg out to the side of the mat. Leave your left hand down, and as you inhale, reach the right arm up, twisting out to the right. And exhale, slide your right arm under the left arm. Lean the right shoulder, lean the head down. And again, you might leave your left hand on the mat quite close to the shoulders. Or maybe wrap the left arm behind the back. And you might even look up if that feels like a good choice today. And breathe here. Make sure you're not collapsing on your neck. So keep a bit of activation through the shoulders, the right shoulder just gently pressing down. Take one more breath in and out. And then slowly release the left hand down if you have it behind the back. Step onto both hands and bring your left knee back on the mat. Now step your right foot forward, close the hands, and turn your left shin. So your left foot is more behind you. And from here, the right foot pressing down, we're going to lift up into that low warrior two. And you can still adjust your feet. Make sure the right foot is in a good place where you're not twisting in the right knee. And we start to move. So first, lean to the right knee and lift arm coming over, opening the chest. And then with the next in, breath out, breath, lift up, left hand down to the left thigh and right arm moving over, opening the right side body. Again, next breath coming back up and leaning to the right. And you can move your head, you can move your gaze. And inhaling up to center, exhaling, leaning to the left. Still keeping the right hip open. One more round with your own breath. Up to center, lean to the right. Try to keep the chest open. And inhaling up to center. And now lean all the way onto your left hand. Close your right hip. And we find ourselves in that gate pose. You can adjust where the left hand is. And we're going to start to circle the right shoulder, the right arm. So now as you exhale, circle the right arm down. And as you inhale, open the chest and circle the right arm up. Exhaling down. And inhaling up. And again, let your upper back move as well. Let your shoulders move. 3 more rounds with your own breath. The exhalation takes the arm down. The in-breath opens the chest. You can even look up. So allowing rotation in the whole upper body. 1 more circle. You can move your head, move your neck as well. And from that last circle, bring that right hand all the way down to the mat. Turn the chest, your pelvis to the mat. And we're going to step into downward dog again. So step your both feet back. You can move your feet. You can move your shoulders, hands. You can shake the head a bit. And then from this downward dog, before we do our little flows, come into child's pose. Just taking the weight of the hands for a few breaths. So bring your knees down, lean your pelvis towards the feet, and then allow your head to come down. And you can bring head all the way down to the mat, or you can bring hands under the head. Take a couple more breaths in your child's pose. And then start to send your sitting bones towards your heels, towards the feet, and roll your back up. So we come up into a seat. a kneeling seat. From here, we're going to do 3 rounds of a low flow. Inhale, lengthen your arms up, open the chest. Exhale, bring the hands down. Inhale, slide or walk your hands forward into a kneeling plank. Exhale, lower down onto the mat. Inhale, cobra, opening the chest away from the mat. And then exhale into hands and knees and back into child's pose. With the next breath, you can roll your back up. And then inhale, lengthen arms up again, open the chest. Exhale, bring the arms down. Inhale, slide or walk your hands forward, kneeling plank. Exhaling down onto the belly. Inhaling to cobra, peel your chest off the mat. It could be a big cobra if that feels good. Exhale, lift onto hands and knees and round into child's pose. 1 more round. Roll your back up. As you inhale, reach the arms up, open the chest. And exhale, bring the arms down. Then slide or walk your hands forward, kneeling plank. Exhaling down, chest coming down first. Inhaling cobra. Again, it could be small, it could be a big cobra, you choose. Exhale onto hands and knees and round the back into child's pose. Head dropping down. Now pause here. Let your arms soften. Let your neck soften. And then slowly, slowly bring yourself up into a seat. We're going to end our practice in a seat. So you can stay on your knees or you could find a cross-legged seat. What feels good for you right now? And let your shoulders soften, let your back soften. With your next in-breath, lengthen arms up. Exhale, bring palms together in front of the chest. Inhale again, lengthen arms up. Exhale, bring palms together in front of the chest. Once more. Inhale, lengthen arms up. And exhale, bring hands together, palms together in front of the chest. And either keep your palms here or bring one hand onto your chest, the other hand down onto your belly. And just give yourself a few more breaths here. We're going to close the practice here. But if you want to add a Shavasana pose here, or if you feel that you need to continue your practice, you are more than welcome to do so. Take another breath in and out. Inhale through the nose, exhale, sighing the breath out. And if you're ending the practice here, make sure that you, as always, thank yourself for taking time to move, taking time to listen to your body. And I thank you very much for joining in, for sharing the practice. Namaste. Thank you. And as I said, you might still continue your practice from here. If you're going now, please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the practice, and also let me know in the comments how the practice felt for you. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and click the little bell icon, and that means that you'll be notified immediately when I publish the next video. Thank you again, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye!